Hi everyone, welcome back to Stationeers. We're on planet Venus and this is episode 23. So I've been gardening, as you can see. I've also been mining, as you can see. Got all of that. I haven't degassed it yet because there's a problem we need to deal with. Also, a storm hit while I was mining. My belt had just filled up, iron dropped on the ground, and a storm hits. I picked up the iron. It didn't blow away, but yeah, we got a little bit of damage there. That'll fix itself when I run it through the furnace, so that's not an issue. Now, I didn't degas it all because there's a few problems that need to be dealt with. The the first problem here is, look at this. Okay, we've got over 3,000 moles of oxygen now. These plants are amazing, but look at the pressure. It's over 20 megapascals. I have to create an oxygen tank to store my oxygen. So that's problem number one. Problem number two, we just dropped, well, we're at about a megapascal of CO2 left. We're running out of CO2, and considering how quickly this oxygen tank is filling up, we're going to be out of CO2 very, very quickly. So I need to solve that problem by getting more CO2 into our CO2 tank. So there's problem number two. We got a third problem, less of a problem, but it's still a problem. Our nitrogen level is almost up to 40% in here, and that's way too much. What I need to do is get a tank for nitrogen and a filtration machine and filter it down to about 10%. But that can be delayed. I don't need to deal with that one just yet. Now there is tons of water, and I've been using this switch here, and I've been filling this up. I think there's still water in the gas mixer pipe, and the centrifuge is running. Sorry, the centrifuge, the H2 combustor is running, and it's it's making water for me. So that system's currently in process. What am I doing? I was about to leave, but I've got to eat and I've got to drink. So there are other problems, even bigger problems that need to be addressed, and I'll get to those very, very soon. Just a little bit of water in us will do. Okay, let's get out of here and let's get started. So I have to show you what the bigger problems are. Okay, so the big problem is I would love to just shovel my ores through here and degas it all. Okay, we've got a big pile there, but this is the problem. 43 megapascals in each of these. This is actually a big issue. I mean, all the gases from degassing get piled into here and then get shared amongst these tanks here, and we're getting close to blowing up our hydration critical. We're getting close to blowing up our cooling system. So there's a major problem that needs to be fixed. I can maybe slap a bunch of these tanks down here. The rest of these are actually fine. They're not getting new gases, so they're not really an issue. What I might do is close this valve here so this stuff doesn't travel down, and I might just slap extra utilities on these things. I mean, I could slap it on all of them, but just that for now. So 2, 4, 6, 8 utilities might solve the problem. Now here's another problem here. I need to clean this mess up, but yeah, I need steel. Oh, I made some more cables, and okay, well, I made another battery as well. By my count, that's 17. I did count them up before the episode, which means I need electronic parts for that. But for the time being, let's get the steel out of this machine. And oh, there we go. Pull this out. I'll chuck the this back in, and 17 batteries requires the two electronic parts each. So I'm going to need iron. Well, I need 34 of them. Well, this will make 33. I'm pretty sure electronic parts are 3 iron. Let's just check that really quickly. Yep, 3 iron, 2 gold, 3 copper. So we'll just plonk that out. We'll just do that. Now, we also need 4 steel sheets per battery. Let's just make like 40 of them. We'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just do that. Oh, sorry, 40, 80 of them. We'll make 80 of them. That'll cover it. We're going to need a lot of steel sheets at some point anyway, so if I overbuild them, that's fine by me. I would actually like a lot more walls as well. uh, and plastic as well. How's this? That's 151. That's 44. Let's just turn that into 88 plastic sheets. And let's get like 40 walls or so. Oops. Okay, and there we go. That'll be for 40 walls. We won't put it in though because the sheets are currently building. And the rest of the steel we're going to turn into tanks. So what I want to do is I want to make 5 tanks. So that's 150 silicon. Cool. Oh, I want to make a bunch of these utilities actually first. So hang on. We'll make our 5 tanks, 5 insulated tanks. We need copper for that. Okay. And then the idea here is I need to move all this stuff up here. So our CO2 levels were pretty low. We got about 2k mole in there, which when you're considering how quickly my oxygen is filling up, 3.43k moles now, that's not going to last very long at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate CO2 tank, put it outside somewhere, and I don't know, out on one of the spots out there. We're going to turbo pump this out of here into the new tank, and we have to fill it with more stuff. Now what I'm thinking is we're going to fill it with some of this stuff here. So all we need to do is shut this valve here. The pollutants will liquefy out, and now we've got 8.7k moles almost of CO2 at 21 degrees. We can put a lot of this stuff just straight into our greenhouse CO2 feeding tank. So that's what I'm thinking with that. So we'll create a CO2 tank, and we'll put it outside. We'll connect it up to this one here, and then we'll turbo pump this stuff out. Now we're not actually using these frames here right now. We can put them back later. I want to get them out of the way so we've got a bit of workspace to deal with. Okay, there we go. And that way we've got all this space to work with. We can figure out exactly what's going on here. Now another thing I realized is that the only thing I need liquid pipes for are my degassing furnace, my cooling system, and my hydrogen system. All of this is not needed. All of that can be just ripped up completely. The only thing we're using this for is we've got a purge valve right here, and we've got an expansion valve right here. So I actually want to rip all this up, and we can rip it up pretty far actually. Where are the condensation valves for the cooling system there? So we can rip up this pipe all the way along here. We don't need liquids anywhere in any of this area. And like I said, we chop it right there. So I want to do that, and I need to move the expansion valve and the purge valve. And I'm thinking maybe down here somewhere where the pollutant gas line meets the pollutant liquid line. Down in here, this little corner here, we can just put our purge valve and our expansion valve. So I should start purging more gas out of this if we're going to start ripping up liquid pipes. I want to get as much of that gas out of there as we can. Let's make it 0. Okay, those tanks are done. Fantastic. We need those. We don't need to be carrying these frames around with me, so let's shove these up here. And we don't need to be carrying all our ores with us that we plan to degas. We've got a ton more stuff coming, so let's just start arc furnacing the rest of the stuff that's in here. Okay, and even the gold. I got a lot of gold stacks on that last run, so making electrum's not going to be a problem. We'll leave the iron there. I don't know how much steel I'm going to make, but I'm going to need a lot because this is the last of my steel here, 158. Oh, plus that. Okay, these things are all done. Okay, we need one more electronic part. Do we have any iron? We've got tons of iron. Okay, one more. There we go. So I want to work on this battery system, but we've got to fix these problems first, and then we can work on our battery system. How many more of these are to go? Not many. Now I want to add to the capacity. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need silicon. I want to add a whole pile of these. so that we don't blow these things up. So 2, 4, 6, 8. We need 8. As long as we leave this valve off, 8 will be fine. And that'll hopefully decrease the pressure in there, so that we can start degassing again, so that I can make my electrum, so I can finish my batteries, so I can finish my battery room. There's actually a lot of work to be done on that battery room. So there's 2, and I'm thinking we can just plonk them right there, right next to it. There we go. And we're going to need more pipes as well. So this should be able to support a pipe up here. Yep. And that will, hang on, turn this off. I just heated up that system unnecessarily. I should be adding them to this end first. I think that was a bit of a whoopsies right there. What has that done to my cooling system? I should still have water in this system. Yeah, 880 moles. I'm making a lot of water. This system has turned itself off. There's nothing in the gas pipe. That's great. So what did I do to my temperature? Oh, I raised it to 30 degrees. So kind of just messed up my cooling system a little bit at the moment. It's going to get majorly messed up when this stuff cools down low enough for it to pump into the next section, into this section here. But okay, we'll do this correctly this time. Stuff is falling from the sky. Oh, there's 6 more. That's all we need, I think. I mean, unless I want to add them to these as well. But yeah, let's do this right. We increase that pressure first, decrease that pressure, then we decrease that pressure, then we decrease that pressure. So I've sucked more stuff into here. Okay. Yeah, that was a mistake. But these are down to 25. This one is still dangerously high at 37.4. But we're going to suck gas out of there. So it's not going to be a problem. I think we can turn this back on and let pollutants travel in there. It's fine. Okay, we have got more capacity now. I can degas a bunch of stuff. Before I degas stuff, though, I want to replace that. Yeah, there's still 18 megapascals in there. I want to replace that pressure regulator with a volume pump and do that. But we're working on other stuff at the moment right now. This tank situation. Now, where's my turbo volume pump? Okay, we've got another tank in here. Great. I need one more tank, actually. Oh, we've got a bunch of pipes, too. I need more pipes. I'm going to be using liquid pipes soon. And we want this valve, I think, as well. So, well, we'll shove it down in the corner here. That's going to be used inside. That's going to be used inside. This is going to be used inside. I think we get one more tank. And I need to get outside, obviously. Tank insulated. Now, yeah, we'll hit the arrow. Now, if we could add utilities to all of these, actually, if we needed to. I think we don't need to at the moment. I'll just keep this valve closed. Yes, this is just the atmospheric gases. This is the major problem, this one right here. We could probably even add more capacity to this. This is high pressure, but we're going to alleviate that pressure, hopefully, very soon. Very soon. Okay. Tank done. Okay, so 1 oxygen tank, 1 CO2 tank, and a gigantic pollutants tank. I think that's what we need to do. Let's make ourselves a bunch more pipes. We're running out of silicon. Yeah, that's fine. Those steel sheets are done. Okay, we can build those batteries now. I want to make a bunch of walls as well. Kit walls. And we have the resources to make steel. In fact, I think we've got a whole backpack here ready for steel. Yeah, oh, and silicon. Oh, we're not out of silicon. Let's chuck these through the arc furnace. It should be fine. This has all been degassed, all of this. So this is all ready to make quite a lot of steel for us. We'll put that down there. These haven't been degassed. We can start degassing, but I want to deal with this problem first, and we'll degas after that. Oh, silicon is still coming through. Fantastic. We need it. Okay, there's 15 more pipes. And I think we eat and drink before we go outside and brave the elements out there. I don't want to just leave these pipes running. It should be enough pipes. Now, one thing I want to do with this battery system is I actually want to paint these cables. Oh, this thing's unloading. Okay, we get to see it in action. Watch it automate. Once it's unloaded, it closes up, the error switches off, it starts spinning up, it starts processing the next lot, and this is now creating hydrogen for us and pollutants, and the pollutants are going to go into here. I'm about to mess that system up though. Anyway, I want to paint my cables. I think we're going to use yellow and we're going to use orange, I guess. I want to use yellow for my main power array, and we'll use red for in our base for the main power line, and we'll use orange as the connection between the batteries and the transformers. And we get in our airlock to paint because this releases pollutants. There we go. Okay, cool. That's fine. We can put the paint away now. Okay, yeah, all the pollutants are gone. Yep, okie dokie. And yep, this is building walls. That's fine. And let's get up here. I don't want to. Oh, let me up. Oh, the jump didn't register. The jump didn't register again.
Health critical.
Oh gosh, I'm just trying to get up there. I fell all the way to the bottom. I'm about to give up. Just let me up. That was the problem with ripping up the frame. Maybe I just put a wall here instead. That might have to be the play. Get a wall there to run across. Okay. Wasting time trying to... we've got some... Oh, they're flat walls. We want ordinary walls, these ones. Oh, we just made a stack of 30. Okay, cool. And I want to make plastic as well, so we'll get that plastic churning out. It doesn't matter if I have a wall up here. There we go. That will allow me to get across. Cool. And okay, so one thing that needs to happen is before we build these batteries, we have to get the cabling in place. Now you can stand in the middle of these unbuilt batteries, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we have to connect up all the backs of these batteries. And oops, and this is where the power is going to come in. So I'm going to make it yellow, and that way I know that this is not a mainline power cable, and I'm not going to splice into it later on down the track thinking that it's mainline power when it's not. So okay, cool, and keep going. We're at 15% health. I'm keeping an eye on that. The only reason I didn't go outside is because my health is so low, and I know I need to eat and drink in a moment. So I thought I'll get some of this stuff done. This is going to keep going, and I think that's as far as we're going to go. And now this thing here it has to connect to the backs of the other batteries as well. So like this. Another thing you want to do, I think, before building the batteries is you want to get the walls in place and the plastic, because walling the backs of your batteries becomes a pain in the neck. And it's kind of useful to do because you might need to rip up the other side later on to shove a frame down or something like that. So I just hang on. Yeah, that's where it is. And I mean, I don't need to put these in place yet. In fact, I can't because we're going to run into our power line very soon. It's okay at the moment, but we're about to get to our power line. Yeah, there it is. And we could connect this up to mainline power, but yeah, not important right now. So yeah, we're going to be doing more of this. We have to color our cables as we go. What do I have building down here? I just finished on a bunch of walls. Okay, that can combine with those. Let's start with some plastic now. I'm looking at my health. If you're worried about me about to spontaneously die, it's okay. We're fine. 4%. Remember, it just takes a split second to deal with that. Transformers are going to go up here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. We have to transport the rest of the batteries up. Okay, now it's time, I think. Let's get in here. Let's open this up. Let's take our suit off, and we just need to drink a little bit. Oh, we've got no water left. What's our water at? Oh, can't do that. 18.7. We got a big batch on the way, but we're about to lose 3 liters. It's about to be 15.7. Water plant with water bottle? I didn't even know that was a thing. You could water your plants with a water bottle? Interesting. Wow, okay. I just learned something very new. Fill your water bottles up, you can water the plant directly. I don't know. I need to test that. I need to mess around with that and see how that works. That surprises me. Okay, well we do need a lot of food in us. We're munching through these potatoes very quickly. Gee, I hope we don't run out of potatoes. Anyway, these things, some of them are seeding. Yeah, I would like to harvest a bunch, but that's not our priority right now. Let's stick to the mission. We have to go outside. We've got work to do. And, well, let's go all the way to like 66% will do. That'll be fine. That'll handle it. Okay, we're fed, we're watered. We should empty our waste tank before we go out. And, okay, well, we'll properly fully empty it like this. Close. Yeah, we should take a couple of waste tanks out there with us as well. So we'll get those into our suit. Yeah, so I should be building plastic at the moment. Good. I'm going to need them upstairs. And we got walls, we got plastic here. We don't need that. What we want is a couple of waste tanks. Just looking in here, what else is here? We're not going to be evacuating out a section. Okay, weather station. That thing hasn't been done, so we're going to have to do that. I'm going to do that now. And I'm going to take some steel sheets with us and some iron frames, as strange as that sounds. It'll all make sense. We don't need that many steel sheets. I think I'll weld 7. Okay, and yep, there's a bunch of plastic. I thought I was making, oh yeah, 88 plastic. That's fine. They can go there. Okay, we got a ton. And okay, so we're going to do the tanks. We're going to get them connected. We'll also do our weather station while we're out there. So we're doing multiple jobs. Okay, and we got the arc furnace is still running. It's still going away. I would love to clear up this this mess here, but we've got far more important things to do right now. Okay, let's get outside. Did I leave my beacon on? No, I didn't. It's something I usually do. And once more into the breach. It's not really a problem. We've got the hard suit and the hard suit jetpack. It's actually quite comfortable outside now with this on. It's not too big a problem. Okay, first thing we're going to do is this. We're going to expand our pollutants. So we're going to make one of these giant tanks, and I just want it out of the way. Just we'll put it out here somewhere. There. So that's the middle, and yeah, I think we want it right there. I think that's pretty good. And what we'll do is we'll combine this with our pollutant line. There we go. And let's just have a look. It should all expand into here. The pressure should drop dramatically. And so our pollutants are all just getting stored in there now. Now we have plenty of capacity so we can rip up these 2 nasty little buggers here which are in the way. Okay, next thing we want to do is we want to find a place for a CO2 tank and an oxygen tank. And I was thinking down here somewhere. I don't know. maybe we'll go hard up against here, right on the seam. These are temporary, believe it or not, right there. And because the tanks are going to be out here, we're going to connect the data as well and have a couple of monitors in our base. And we just want to feed the O2 line, the CO2 line. Where does it feeds in somewhere behind? Oh, I can see it right there. Top middle of my screen. That's where it feeds into the greenhouse. So, oh well, this liquid pipe's not going to be here, but this thing is always going to be here. It's in the way. We're going to have to bunny hop over it, unfortunately. Oh well, if we're going to be in midair anyway, let's. Oh, what am I connecting to? Okay, there's something there. It's okay. We can feed this down like this and get it up like that. And yeah, let's just go the most direct path. That cable is so annoying. But okay, we'll just, it's not pretty, but we've got plenty of time to fix that up later on when we're not struggling with things. At the moment, we're running out of CO2 really quickly. So we've got to fix that problem right now. We can figure it out once we get the pipe there. Although it'd be better if we ran it in the back. Over here somewhere. I don't know. We'll leave it like that. It's fine. I'll fix it later. And oxygen, I don't know. The oxygen really alongside it, maybe. Well, let's go through here, through this seam here, and oopsies, and we'll just connect those up. So we'll kind of just do the same thing. And it's going to be a bit ugly looking, or very ugly looking. Okay, and yeah, let's name these tanks. This can be our oxygen tank, O2, and this can be our CO2 tank. That's fine. And let's get the cabling in place. And then I'll put a couple of monitors up, and then we can see our. Oh, we have to connect it. We have to connect up to our greenhouse. What is this wire? Is that cooling system or greenhouse? This is greenhouse. This connects to the pipe analyzer, I think. Yeah, this is greenhouse. We can connect to this. And we can wriggle it through here, actually. Okay. And we will be able to see our CO2 and our oxygen levels in the tank, which I think would be very useful information. And okay, there we go. So we've solved, we're partway to solving the CO2 problem, we're partway to solving the oxygen problem, and we're partway to solving the tanks in the wrong location problem as well. Okay, this is another massive problem. These are not meant to be here, none of them are. We'll get to that soon. Once we get the battery room looking like the way we want it to, then we'll be ready. Okay, so what I was thinking is, yeah, I'm going to have the edge of the landing pad right here. But I'm going to stick my iron frames underneath here instead of steel frames. And we'll make it every second one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just get 7 of these. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's no good. Okay, and we'll chuck one more down there. We'll fill those gaps that we just put in. I know it looks weird. I'm going to rip up all the steel frames again afterwards, but I do want to leave something that resembles a support rather than having a floating landing pad. I want one more of these steel frames. Give me that one. Fix that later on. 7 sheets, 7 frames. And we're going to set up this weather station somewhere, but we're going to create a walkway down here. And I don't know, we might put it on the walkway. Maybe. It just has to be visible. That's all.
Waste tank caution.
Okay, that's the first waste tank caution. I want to be able to see it from this window here, or at least see the green light. When I've got a floor in place, I'll be able to see a bit further. So maybe it needs to go down on one of these frames down there somewhere. Okay, well let's get welding on what we've done. This is yeah, that's right. And we'll just chuck it down on one of these frames. We'll put it in a better location later on. I got a feeling that the wiring for this thing is going to interfere. This battery is unhappy. I got a feeling the wiring is going to interfere with my communication system wiring, but for now I just want something that's useful. So yeah, I think this frame here will be the place to go, and we'll just have it up like this. Wait, hang on. I want the green light visible. So I was just getting the cabling on the left side. Oh yeah, that is the green light, right? Yeah, that's fine. So hopefully we'll be able to see the green light from. What do we need to build this thing? Plastic. Yoink. Oh, one plastic sheet. That's annoying. Yeah, so the green light hopefully will be visible from our airlock. Oh, that's great. That's amazing. We'll have a bright green light. That'll be bright yellow if there's a storm incoming. Okay, that's perfect. And we just have to get the thing switched on and cabled up. We can't put a cable there. We've got to put it here. And we have to find a way to connect it to our airlock cable system, which shouldn't be too hard. Okay, and okay, we got cables out here. We got a cable there as well. We can just connect to one of these things. We'll just connect straight to this thing here. Although this is going to be part of our base later, but it's fine. That jetpack filling station is not supposed to be there. Come on, give me the right connection. There we go. And green light means all clear. And okay, if I get flooring in here, it'll be much easier to see, and that won't interfere with the landing pad.
Hydration critical.
Okay, I think that's all we need to do here. Let's get out of this hot atmosphere. We're running out of cables. I have to make more of those. Okay, there we go. We're good. We've got some here. We've got 2 here. Okay, let's make some more cables. Okay, and yeah, now we need to get the turbo pump up and running. Oh, we have to move the purge valve. So how did the purge valve go? No, we just made a load of hydrogen, didn't we? So it's less than a megapascal in there. It's working its way around. Okay. Yeah, I just want a few. We have to babysit these, unfortunately, because they build so quickly. It's a pain in the neck. Okay. Just a few more. We'll take it down to 410. So there we go. And however many that is, what is it? 22. Well, it helps. I think I'm going to need more than that. And this is driving me crazy. I want to clean this up. Put our silicon together into the same machine. And well, we've cleaned up some of it anyway. We got work to do. Okay, let's jump up and get our way through here. Okay, so where these things meet would be the place to put our stuff. So we can have an offshoot from the liquid pipe, and we can have an offshoot from this pipe here, and we can just have the two devices. Where does the purge valve connect up? Okay, so there we go. We want that there, that there. I'm just thinking we might have to space this out a little bit. This is going to go there, and we'll just have one there. I think if the purge valve is on this side, brilliant, but if it's on that side, we'll have to wriggle the cables around to get to it, unfortunately. Or we can just move it one spot over. I don't know. Let's just get the purge valve. Let's just do it. I think our system can survive a little bit of time. Purge valve. Okay, what if we put it there? And then just have a gap in between. That should be fine. and set this thing back to, I don't know, 2500 or whatever it was that I had it set for. Yeah, okay, we'll do it that way. And we'll get this into here like that, and we'll connect this up into here like this. Okay, and we'll just get the liquid pipe set up and put that one in place as well. We're about to rip up a bunch of liquid pipes, so it's not really an issue. But yeah, this one's going to go like this. And yeah, this is our expansion valve. We'll get that in place in a second. Let's grab these two and this one so we can finish connecting this stuff up. We need that one there, and we need to connect this to our liquid line. There we go. We need to get the cabling in place so that we're purging gas once again. And we'll just connect it straight to our greenhouse line. It's fine. This is connected up, right? Yeah, it's fine. Why have I got these two things here? Was I going to put a grow light there? I don't even know why these are here. I'm not going to touch them though because I might have some reason I've just forgotten about. I don't want to mess with that. We'll clean that up another time. Okay, expansion valve is currently not doing anything. You need to do something, my friend. You need to expand. There we go. Expand your way into there. And there we go. Turn it on. Okay, so we've got the purge valve. We've got the expansion valve. This system here should be fine now. And we don't have much pressure in there. I think it's safe to rip this thing up. I mean, really, we just need the liquid pipeline. We don't need anything else. What happened to it then? Oh, it hardly made an effect. Okay, and we don't need these pipes here. And the condensation valves are quite a long way away down here, I think. Oh, it's right there. So, yeah, we need that. We don't need this. We don't need this. This is a T-junction. We can replace that with a corner. And there we go. And, oh, we've got a lot more pipes in the end than I really thought we would. Now, these tanks here need to be moved. So we have to get rid of these two guys. We're going to stick a turbo volume pump somewhere on this line. Honestly, could we put it right there? I don't know. I don't know how the wiring's going to go. We can sneak a wire in there, can't we? That can be done. Yep. We can sneak it around here. It's all temporary, so it's not really an issue if it looks ugly or whatever. We just do that, and we set it to 100 liters, and we start sucking the gas out of these two things here. We just don't want those tanks there anymore. And we can probably start clearing up things that used to be attached to the purge valve. Why does it go down in there? What's in there? Oh, oh my God. What is wrong with me? That's a three-way junction. I think that connects straight to the tank. We don't want to move that. But yeah, I mean, it's amazing when you get down and you start clearing things out, how really bad your system is when you're just slapping things down to make them work. We're clearing that all up now, though. And this cable here, all this logic has to be moved somewhere else. I'm thinking maybe we move it, behind one of these machines, maybe. On the wall down the bottom here, behind the machines. We might be able to fill up some of this space here with logic as well. I don't know, but this is for my triple airlock speed, which I find incredibly useful. So I want to keep that in place. We'll fix that up later on. This tank will be the next to go, but we have to wait for these things to empty. And the volume pump is sending it all out to that giant tank we placed out there. So we're getting there. We clear these two things out, and then we can connect our CO2 to this thing here. We can get a volume pump on here. We can start sucking this gas out into the new tank. Our oxygen, once all this is cleared, we'll be able to do something about our oxygen pressure. How's our water looking? Oh, our water is in the next phase, which means it's condensing into here. Look at that, 15.8 liters. I made a lot. I made a ton. I really did. Now it's cooling down. It's at 70 degrees and it's trying to cool down using our cooling system. We've got 15.4 in our greenhouse. We're about to more than double it. So that I'm looking forward to that. But this system's getting pretty beaten up actually. 31 degrees. It's trying, and this air conditioner is going to struggle. So this is going up, and this got beaten up like crazy because it's connected to this. Well, not connected. It's heat exchanging with that. Okay, and all good. Okay, so what we want to do
Outflow.
is we want to figure out how exactly we're going to connect this up to like a pump or a valve or something. Probably just a valve that will just swing open and then shut really quickly to get some of this lovely CO2. You know, once we pull the lever, of course, and we might just pull the lever now. So yeah, 10,000 moles of CO2 in there now. So I'd love to get a bunch of that, like half of it, into a tank using a valve or a volume pump. This is actually cooling now that I've turned the valve off. So, okay, and this is down to 61 degrees. So we have to get down below 23 degrees before it goes in our greenhouse. We have to figure out how to get from here to our new CO2 tank or to our CO2 line. Now that's being used with a heat exchanger oh yeah, and it's going all the way into here. And okay, this line here wants to connect, not with that line there, that's getting ripped up, but with the CO2 line that's just up there going in here. Oh, not connects directly, but we could connect it directly. No, we can't because we're always going to have pollutants coming into this system. No, we want to have a valve that does that. So a valve, a volume pump maybe is safer. A valve, I don't know. We might push too much in and then wreck our system. Oh my God, look at our power. Yeah, so as soon as our cooling system comes under a lot of stress, we get murdered on power. It doesn't help that this thing is on permanently and it's supposed to not be. Okay, we've got extra stuff in there. Let's turn this off. That'll save us some power. Power's a problem. Big problem. I need to up my power array. Is this still doing stuff? Good. And that volume pump is over. There's our charcoal. That needs to be degassed, but our degassing system is currently offline. Stop rolling away. Just stay in the corner. I need to connect this chute up to somewhere useful. This is fine. This is good. I'm just doing a quick check of things before we move on to the next thing. Is there any... Okay, yeah. Volatiles, no pollutants in the volatile line. 4.3 kmol of oxygen. Oh my God. It's just going crazy. And we're running out. We're down to 1.42 k in here. So oxygen is going crazy. We got tons of hydrogen as well. Whoopsies. Oh, let me up. Why did I have no trouble getting up before? There we go. This is our hydrogen tank here. Just a quick check of it. 7.36 kmol of hydrogen we have. It's kind of crazy. Now, are these things done? We're just waiting for them. Okay. They're not far away. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, well, let's clear out some of the stuff we don't need. I think we will just use a valve. I think it's the quickest and easiest way to do things. We just use a valve with our system. We'll keep this on us. We've got plenty of batteries that we need to move up there. I'm using the right click ability to get that there. Let's see if we can get up all the way up to the top. Climb up on this tank here. There we go. Okay, we've got our colored cable. We've got more batteries to place down. We want a battery there. And we want a battery there. And we want another one right there. Okay, well, let's do the other side. We want one there. And we want one there. Okay, and those two frames now are no longer needed. We can rip them up and replace them with walls. And angle grinder. Cool. And yeah, we'll put walls down there and plastic it up. Okay, and all the cabling is all done. That's fantastic. Now, before we start building these things, it's going to be really, oh, we can put, oh no, we need, I'll move this cable in a second, but I find getting plastic on the backs of these things is a pain in the neck if there's a line of batteries in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and plastic these now. You can plastic them through the batteries. There we go. Through the hollow shell of the battery. So just wanted to get all the cabling in place and the walling in place. We didn't do this one. It's not necessary, but we've done that cabling, haven't we? So we can plastic both of these. That's fine. We don't need to do any more of that. Okay, we can put these down. And we can actually start welding. Okay, how's our welder battery looking? Okay, it's fine. Welding these is a pain. It takes a long time. Oh, we don't need that frame there anymore either. I can rip that up and replace that with a wall. But we got our welder out. We got the sheets out. We might as well get the welding done. Just while I wait for that, those pollutant tanks to empty, so we can fix our oxygen problem, which is getting too high pressure, and our CO2 problem, which is getting too low pressure. So we'll solve both of that as soon as those tanks are emptied. But this room is important. Power is an issue for us. I want to get some proper power storage going and follow it up with power generation after that. The entire power array needs a lot of work, but I can't do anything without Electrum. Well, I can, but yeah, we'll get to that. Pick it up. Oh, that's not sheets. I thought they were the sheets. Silly me. Okay, this large battery is getting murdered from all this welding. I wonder if those things are done yet. Well, we're up here anyway, so let's just get all this done. Okay, these batteries are not connected just yet. We actually we need the electronic parts first. There we go, and basically that's how it works. Oops, skipped that one. Now we're having power issues, so I'm not going to connect these up yet. We want to make the transition to the new battery system as painless as possible, which means I want to get those transformers up and running as well. Okay, we've got one more battery to set up here. I want to put it on this frame here. I think we can probably temporarily disconnect our power array. I don't think it's going to be a problem. That does nothing, so we'll just rip that up.
Hunger caution.
Hunger caution. Oh, did that connect up a logic switch? No, it isn't. Okay, good. Yeah, we need to connect this. Okay, we've just disconnected our power. I just want to get these cables going around so that they're not interfering with my operations here. There we go. That gets our power array up and running again.
Health critical.
Health critical? Really? Whoa, no, game. Don't be a pain. Up we go, and up we go. What did I fall down? Okay, anyway, there we go. There we go, last one. Now we can rip those frames up. And of course we can weld this. Look, our battery's almost dead here. There we go. Last battery in And yeah, we just have to connect it up. We have to rip up all of this stuff. It's painful. That's our solar tracking circuit. So it's probably something I want to rip up during the night time. But okay, we've gotten a bit of work done on this power system while we're waiting for the tanks to empty. We just need to there and there. And there we go. We'll leave these walls up here. We're going to do the other side as well. I might leave this platform here as well. It seems to be very useful. We can put one on the other side as well if we wanted to. I'm going to be doing a lot of work up here, so having this here is very handy. Okay, and yeah, so we're using yellow cables for that, but we're going to use orange cables for this stuff here. And these are all just going to connect together into one line. It's a bit of a problem because that solar tracking logic has to be moved. I need to set up, what I'm going to do is set up a mirror, an exact duplicate of that logic, and have it all connected up to the main line. And then, then switch over, basically. That's pretty much the plan. But these orange cables are just going to go like this. And they're going to connect down like this. And these are what's going to connect to the transformer. I want them to be a different color because I don't want to accidentally splice into these. This is going to merge cables, isn't it? Which is not what we want to do. Okay, that's as much of that we can do. We've got orange cables, we've got yellow cables to connect up the backs of these batteries. In fact, our entire power array is going to be connected to that. And then, yeah, so we probably want to make a bunch more of these. Okay, that's not bad for now. Okay, we are dying. 7% health. How's that turbo volume pump going? Oh, look at that. It's completely empty. Beautiful. We can go ahead and say bye-bye to these things, which is great. And we just did something dumb. Okay. And now this thing here can be ripped up. None of these are needed. None of them. And now the turbo volume pump can do a different job. I'm at 4% health. I've really got to do something about that, don't I? Okay, we'll leave that there for now, and let's just not die for the time being. Oh, all these plants! I wanna harvest them. I'll be in here harvesting them very soon. It's I just need to get this CO2 problem solved. I don't want to run out of CO2, and I don't want my oxygen tank to explode either. I don't know, about 70% is fine. 67. Food. I'm sure all these things are seeding now, so our new water should be arriving very soon as well. Okay. Yeah, they're all seeded. This whole greenhouse is ready for harvesting. No, it hasn't. Our water's not done yet. Not yet. We can get a little bit more water in us than that, I think. I think we can go all the way to 70 without over drinking. Yeah, I'm still rationing my water. I know. It's crazy. I never emptied my waste tanks last time I was outside. So we'll switch this out to here. We don't need to carry 2 of these waste tanks with me, so we can put them back in the airlock. Eliminate some of the clutter from my backpack, so we got more to work with. There we go. And let's go solve the oxygen and CO2 problems right now. So I think my oxygen line is just going to... Actually, I'm curious as to know what this water's down to. Okay, it's almost there. It's 25.4 degrees. And this is our oxygen tank, which is at 28.7 megapascals. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually... Okay. We're just going to run it straight up through there. And we're going to connect to that thing there. We just want to make sure that the placement is not utterly ridiculous. So that's our oxygen line there. And that's just going to connect to this thing here. That's fine. We can run this along here like this. And yep, new oxygen tank. We'll run this thing straight down, and then we'll just connect it up. And that'll fix the pressure with our oxygen tank. So, yep, so we just T-junction this, and there we go. And then the pressure should drop dramatically. It's down to 1.7 megapascals. Fantastic. The only difference is we can't just hover over it and see how much oxygen we have anymore. That's the problem. And we can replace this utility now with an actual pipe instead. With 2 pipes instead. We don't have to have a utility sticking out the side of our greenhouse. We'll leave it there for now. It's fine. Okay, now we have to get this CO2 sorted out, and we have to add to it. Yeah. So first things first. Let's figure out exactly where this thing is going to come up. It can come up. It can go up basically any of these places, anywhere along this line. Not there. There's pipes in the way there and there, but it can go through there. Okay, so anywhere from there to there, we can bring a pipe up. Okay, that's that line there. Okay, and we just need to. Okay, that's a problem. That's where our CO2 line's going to go. Oxygen line's in a way. Okay, so what if we have it? We can run the pipe as a corner along here like this.
Health low.
And we can. Oh no, this is all going. This is all not. This is all getting ripped up. No, this is terrible. Okay, we can just go around. No, not there. Around there like that. And we'll just send this around like this. And our oxygen line will connect up in that spot right there. Yeah, oxygen line. Yeah, so we're not going to have that one. Our CO2 line. We can curl this down and around and like this. Okay, so that's the oxygen tank, and we just connect that up right there like this. There we go. And now we should be watching a pressure drop in this stuff. Yep, it's all being shared amongst the 2 tanks. That's good. And now we just need to get this this pump thing pumping away. So I'm thinking we just shove it right there next to the cable. Is that going to be okay? I've got to learn how to use these keys properly. There we go. Yeah, so the power's on that side. Perfect. Perfect. We just chop this and chuck this one here. Yep, it's going in the correct direction. And cable it up. And blah. And then turn it on. And we get all that CO2 out of here. Then we can remove this horrible tank here. And yeah, this will just pump into our other line there. Now, the biggest issue is the fact that we've got so little of it. And I'm thinking we can just, this can just poke down and like this. And we can have a pipe here that points here. Let's turn this pump off for a second just so there's no error. Yeah, like that. Turn that back on. And I think we can stick a volume pump here. Or we can just throw a valve here. Honestly. No, we don't want to make it a one-way valve. Actually, yeah, we want it to be one-way. Because we don't... This gas here is hotter than our cooling system gas. We don't want to heat up our cooling system unnecessarily. Okay, and the problem is our whole cooling system probably just got butchered by that water. I know it's recovered already. And the water's gone. And we've got over 30 litres in our greenhouse. Beautiful. Fantastic. Okay, now what I'm about to do will butcher our system. It's already struggling because of we just did a big batch of cooling. I turned this thing off, didn't I? We are 36, 26. This is high pressure, this is low pressure. That's fine, we're about to alleviate that pressure. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to replace this with a T-junction. There we go. It didn't affect my air conditioner, that's good. And now we just want to switch this valve just for a little bit. We don't particularly want to lose all of this gas. We just want to on off. Okay, we've just dropped it to 22 megapascals. Okay, but we should have just gained a ton of CO2. Unfortunately, we can't see because our tank is outside. We should have just gained a lot. I want to do it again. Okay, we're down to 17.8. Okay, now when we turn this on, this will heat up dramatically because hot gases are going to flood from down here to there to equalize the pressure in the tanks. But then hopefully it cools back down again. Okay, so now we've got much less pressure in here, in all of them actually, and we should have a ton of CO2. The only thing we need to do now is kind of check our CO2 levels. For that, we're going to need a couple of monitors, consoles. Let's just get a couple of consoles, just a couple of small ones. We'll do a couple of small LED displays, and we're not going to bother with gas displays and stuff like that. We just need we need more than 2 IOs. Okay, more logic chips, please. Just a reader-writer. Just going to read the tanks outside, and shove a couple of displays down so we can see our CO2 and our oxygen levels really quickly and easily. We can put that in the greenhouse actually if we want, or we can shove them on the walls out here. I think a greenhouse temperature reading right there would be a good idea. So we're not going to put it there, but it would be nice to just have a couple of displays, one there, that tells us our thing. We have to connect this up to the greenhouse circuit. This is all greenhouse circuit, so we just want these things, well, maybe along the airlock line is the way to do this. Just need this, and I don't know, up, is that right? I'll know in a second. Or not at all. I need to rip up this roof. Oh, it's okay to do that. What am I thinking? That's safe. Just can't rip up those roofs. Yeah, I can't see the cable because of the door. But the cable can come up and along that line there. Okay, not a problem. This is what I just wanted to check. So we should be able to find it. There we go, yeah. So we go up here and... No, the heavy cable. The mainline power cable goes through there. Ah. Okay, well let's get rid of it all. We'll have to go down. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, yeah, I should have gone down in the first place. It's fine. Look, look. Okay, these things should work now, but they'll just say 0. Yeah, not a problem until we give it something to read. And we just need a few chips, and we can tell our CO2 level. And that's mainly, well, it won't tell the CO2 level. It'll tell us the number of moles in the tank. So, yeah, so we'll go reader, writer, and we'll just do the same. Reader, writer. This whole cable needs to be moved. It needs to go. It's going to be in the way. of what we want to do. I actually want to have monitors all along this wall. So, yeah. So this should just connect straight down here like this. This can go around like this. And I'm eager to get into that greenhouse and start harvesting those potatoes.
Hydration critical.
There we go. Because they're all seeded. They're all just begging me to come in and harvest them. Get them in the centrifuge. Get some more hydrogen. We got a ton of hydrogen actually. It's not exactly necessary. Okay, we get these systems here in place. Okay, so that's it. All the holes connected. All the holes connected. This should be really easy. Okay, we want logic reader. This one can be, yeah, O2 amount. O2 amount. CO2 amount. Okay, we've got two LEDs. LED O2, I guess, and LED CO2. It's actually not the amount of CO2, it's CO2 and nitrogen combined. And there's a few traces of oxygen in there, but it's good enough. So this is for the O2. We want to find the O2 tank. There we go. And we just want to know what the, where is it? Total moles is what we're looking for. There it is, total moles, which is 4,388. And then we just want to write that to our O2 LED. So we go logic reader. Where are you, my friend? Logic reader. Where is it? O2 amount. There it is. And we want the LED O2. There we go. And the variable is going to just be setting. There we go. And that should tell us one. Actually, we'll do the other while we're here. This one's going to find the CO2 tank. The variable is going to be total moles once again. There we go. If we want to know the CO2, we have to do a little calculation. We need another logic reader to read the CO2 ratio, and then we multiply that by the total moles. So I could do that and figure that out that way, but there's no point. Let's go logic reader CO2 amount. Where is it? It should be CO2 amount. There we go. And now we want the LED CO2. There we go. And the variable is going to be setting. And boop. And then on here, we should be able to see what these are. This is our O2 display. This is how much oxygen we have, 4,433 moles. And this is in our CO2 tank. We got 6,954 moles. And yep, there we go. And this thing here is almost emptied. It'll be empty next episode. We can rip this up and we can do something about that. Okay, I think this is going to be the end of this episode here. Now that we've fixed a lot of these problems, we still have power issues which need to be solved. I do want to fix those very soon. I think we have to wait for this system to calm down and fix itself after I just messed with it so badly. This one has actually settled down. This is getting there. This is miles away, and this is miles away. But once the system settles down a bit, I can, sort of fixes itself. I can then degas the stuff. We can furnace our stuff. We can make all the extra stuff we need. This stuff here, I want to move behind these walls here. These are double walled. So I would like to figure out exactly whereabouts behind here that we can stick logic and how we can get to it. But yeah, if we could just run all these chips down the back of the machine, even if you have to rip the machine up itself, we might not need to. We might have to just rip up the stacker and the chute, and we should be able to access the machine from either side, and probably rip up a bit of the flooring as well. So anyway, that's something I'm thinking of doing between episodes. I don't know. We'll decide. We'll see how long it takes me to clear away the greenhouse. Okay, anyway, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you're enjoying the series. Come back and see what happens next. And of course, bye for now.